When you have a steam oven, you have to try everything in it, otherwise you don't know what it's capable of. I wanted to share with you some things we've really enjoyed cooking in the steam oven during the winter months. Number one, mashed potatoes. Now who would think that you could cook mashed potatoes in the steam oven? But actually it's very easy. Start by chopping the potatoes into small pieces and place them in the solid pan. Now, when I put a large pan with a lot of food in the steam oven, I actually prefer to add the water later, because if I add the water and try to pick up the pan and put it in the steam oven, especially since mine's mounted pretty high, that water can tip out. Once your potatoes are in the oven, cook them in the steam mode for 30 to 35 minutes using the default temperature of 210 degrees. I like to use the solid pan when I'm cooking potatoes for mashed potatoes because we do need the potatoes to get pretty soft for mashing, and if we use the perforated pan, the potatoes begin to come through the holes, and that just makes a mess in the oven. When the potatoes have cooked, they'll be fork tender. You'll drain off the water and mash them. And then you have a couple of options. If you're not ready to use them right away, you can use the keep warm function in the steam oven to hold them. Or what about that extra low feature on your Thermador gas cooktop? Either way, when you cook potatoes in the steam oven for mashing them, you will be astounded at the difference in flavor and texture. And best of all, you don't need to boil a great big pot of water to cook them. You don't have to drain a great big pot of water. All round, steam oven makes cooking much easier. Braised meals are just the most wonderful comfort food. They have so much flavor and they just feel so nourishing and delicious. A little like the custards, a braise does take some careful planning because of the long, slow cooking time, but with your steam oven, you have the perfect tool for doing the cooking. When it comes to cooking a braise, the initial searing and getting all the vegetables together and the aromatics is really quite fast. You can probably put a braise together in under 15 minutes. Next step is to place it in the steam oven. When you braise in the steam oven, use a deeper pan because you will have more juice in the pan and more juice will collect. Use the combination convection steam mode. The time it's going to be somewhere between 1.5 hours and 2.5 hours. Don't hurry, may as well go low and slow. Temperature is going to be somewhere between 320 and 280. Nowadays there's a real trend to cooking foods lower and slower, so don't be afraid to go slower and take a little longer. The important thing is the cooking environment that the steam oven gives you to create the perfect braise, beautiful and tender. Now once the meat is cooked, then you need to bring it out of the oven and cool it. We find that if we can cook the braise the day before and refrigerate it, then the next day we can easily skim any residual fat off the top of the cooking liquids. Then we slice or shred the meat, and when we're ready to eat, it goes back in the oven. Again, the combination convection and steam mode, probably about 30 minutes for a proper reheating right to the core. And now keep the temperature at the default temperature of 320 degrees. Now what's wonderful about this is that while the braise is reheating, you can cook a tray of vegetables so that you've got some lovely fresh vegetables to serve alongside of it. There are so many ways to use your Thermador steam oven to make your cooking easier and even more delicious. Just give everything a try. Really, you'll find that there are no rules. Just be brave. Homemade desserts are a wonderful treat, and your steam oven is actually a wonderful tool to cook a variety of foods, cakes, soufflés, and even everybody's favorite, creme caramel. Now, the recipe for creme caramel is not difficult. The custards actually go together quite quickly. But then there's the cooking time, about 40 minutes, and the chilling time, 5 to 6 hours or overnight. So if you do a little advanced planning, you'll find your steam oven is the perfect tool for cooking your favorite custard or creme caramel. When you cook creme caramel in the steam oven or any type of custard, use the steam mode, set the time as per the recipe time, and choose a temperature of 195 degrees. Now, the one step you can safely leave out of the recipe is getting a large water bath and setting the custards in the water bath. Simply place the ramekins in the perforated pan and allow the steam to do all the magic for you. Gentle, gentle, slow cooking. So you'll have perfectly set custards that are not at all curdled. This is just another fabulous way that we have really been enjoying using our Thermador Steam Oven.